Ozalaka na yo tres impoli, ozalaka na yo tres impoli, ozalaka na yo tres impoli, Bona nini ozalaka tres impoli. Why are you so impolite? Tres impoli translates to very impolite or extremely rude. In this song, Franco calls out bad manners in everyday life that irritate and offend people. He questions why some individuals behave so rudely and wonders whether such conduct stems from poor upbringing. And the song highlights several examples of discourteous behavior, including smoking in someone else's office, placing one's feet on a friend's table, shamelessly begging from friends, entering a friend's bedroom, or opening their fridge to take food without permission, as well as, burning bridges and ultimately straining relationships. All right, this is a Papa Tony TV. My name is Papa Tony Mutu Importante. Ukupo kabisa. Welcome so much. Kindly subscribe, like, comment and share this video with your friends. Nausio Tres Impoli. Najua hii nausu watu wengi sana, but this is how the song Tres Impoli begins. By Franco. Ozalaka na yo Tres Impoli, ozalaka na yo Tres Impoli, ozalaka na yo tres impoli, ozalaka na yo tres impoli. You are very impolite, you are very rude. You are very rude. Ozalaka na yo tres impoli. You are not polite at all. But why? Ponini, why do you behave this way? Now that is Franco. Pona nini ozalaka bongo. Why do you behave the way you do? Pona nini ozalaka bongo bongo. Why do you behave this way? Yeah, you say things without, caring. Kotalasima is to look back, like you never, you are not afraid of saying some of the things that you should not even be saying. You say them without any fear. Yes, you say something without, worrying about the consequences of saying whatever you say. Yes, pona ini ozalaka tres impirica. Why do you behave so shamelessly the way you behave? Yes, you enter someone's house without feeling ashamed. Yes, why do you behave like that? Of course, with the Madilo system leading the backup vocals here. Ozalaka na yo tres impoli, ozalaka na yo tres impoli. Ponini, why do you behave like that? Yes, why do you behave like that? Yes, why do you behave like that? You okokota nandako ya bato obeta portote. You enter someone's house without knocking. Kobeta is to knock, then porto is French meaning a door. Olekani dire na chambre couchée. Like olekani dire na chambre couchée. So you go straight to their bedroom, Yes, why do you behave so impolitely like that? Why do you behave so rudely like that? Osukoli monokote olingio solola yo na moto. Yes, osukoli monokote, you have not brushed your mouth, olingio solola na moto. You want to, to have a conversation with someone, sometimes you want to do it so closely, yet you have not brushed your mouth. Why are you so poorly raised? You are so impolite. But why? Then Franco again. Okokota na biro ya moto, ekoti na moto. Like okokota na biro ya moto, ekoti na moto. You can see the word moto is used twice here, but it means different things. Two different things. Okokota na biro ya moto. You enter someone's office. The first moto is a person, so you enter someone's office. Ekoti na moto. Ekoti is a cap, kofia na moto. Yet you are wearing a cap on your head. Now the second moto meaning head here.
okokota na bureau ya moto cigarette na monoko.
Yes, okokota na bureau ya moto cigarette na monoko. So you enter someone's office, yet you are smoking the cigar in your mouth. It's very, very impolite. And to make matters worse, your friend does not smoke. So you go pick the ashtray, then you start smoking. Why do you behave like that? So you enter someone's office, and then right there you begin reading newspapers, you're reading every document that you set your eye upon. Alright, it's very wrong. Ukiingia kwa mtu unangoja kupangwa, si ndio? Tres Impoli.
Ozalakana yo Tres Impoli. Ozalakana yo Tres Impoli. Oninyo salaka bongo. Okokota na ndako ya moto osanolisukite.
Okokota na ndako ya moto osanolisukite. You enter someone's house, you have not combed your hair. So when you get there,
okosenga ikisanola tango koti na ndako.
Okosenga ikisanola tango koti na ndako. So by the time you enter a friend's house, you start now begging for a comb.
Pona nini ozalaka maledike?
Pona nini ozalaka maledike? Why are you so poorly educated? Why do you behave like that? So a friend with whom you grew up together, Akomi Mokonzi, you know, he has become rich, alright? Yes, okosenga yembongo na kati ya defile. So there is a procession going on, maybe there is a meeting, there is, an event going on. So in the middle of the procession, you go ask him for money. You know, it's very wrong, huh?
Ozalakana yo Tres Impoli. Ozalakana yo Tres Impoli. Oninyo salaka bongo.
Why do you behave like that?
Okokota na ndako ya bato olongoli sapato.
Yes, okokota na ndako ya bato. You enter people's house, olongoli sapato, you take off your shoes.
Societe toboka, societe solo.
So your socks are torn, and they are also, giving out some bad smell. They are smelling badly, they are torn. Why do you take off your shoes when you know very well that your socks are torn and they are smelling? Why are you so poorly raised? Imagine you enter someone's house and then you place your feet on their table with your torn socks. Yet you know very well yet you know very well that a table is somewhere where people dine. Watu wanakulia pale mezani, and you are putting there your feet with their smelly socks and their torn socks.
Okokota na ndako ya bato olongoli simisi.
Yes, okokota na ndako ya bato olongoli simisi. You enter a friend's house and you take off your shirt. Simisi is a shirt,
Motoki etondi yo na se ya masasamba.
Yet your armpits are sweating profusely.
Okuluka otombola loboko bato bayoka solo.
Okuluka otombola loboko bato bayoka solo. So you want to lift your arms, in the air so that people can, smell your odor, your body odor that is coming, from your armpits. It's very wrong. You go there talking about how Manchester United beat Arsenal. Tres Impoli. Why were you so poorly educated, poorly raised? Why do you behave like that? Why do you behave like that? Moninga defisio mbelina ye ya maso. Maybe a friend has lent you some masonry tool, maybe a trowel. So by the time oyekoli mosala obandiko finger ye, so he has lent you his construction tool, he has lent you his masonry tool. After learning burning the job, you now burning the bridges. You begin insulting him because to you he has become useless. Why do you behave like that? You talk about things like you suffer from verbal diarrhea. You talk about things without caring about the consequences of the things that you are saying. Yeah, even before you're in the company of your friends, you don't care, you don't mind, what you do, how you behave. Even in the public, you go there, fighting with everyone, quarreling. You go, even in public, you go quarreling with everyone without, feeling any pinch of shame. You even quarrel with your wife before your friends. In front of your friends, you go quarrel with your wife. So you insult her, about the things that people cannot comprehend. You go insult your wife about you mention the things that people do not understand what you have been talking about. Right, you slander people, you tarnish their names, you don't care. Even your own wife, you go insult her, you go embarrass her without feeling embarrassed. There's no iota of shame in your bloodstream. I know Mike Boyd from Cabernet. I love this song so much. Alright, so basically, good people, this is the song Tres Impoli, very impolite, very rude, extremely rude, done by Franco Luambolonzo Makiadi. This is Papa Tony TV, and my name is Papa Tony Mutu Importante. Till next time, Tikala Malamu.